Shortly after the emergence of the late Umar Musa Yar'Adua, then governor of Katsina State, as the presidential candidate of the ruling People's Democratic Party (PDP) in late 2006, there was a mild shock when the name of a certain Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was announced as the presidential running mate to the late Yar'Adua. Many had expected the name of the then governor of Rivers State, Peter Odili, to be announced, as Jonathan was actually deputy to the now impeached DSP Alame Yesaya before he became the substantive governor and later winning the ticket of the party to contest the 2007 general election for the governorship of Bayelsa State. The election of 2007 came and went, and all was going well until the rumored health challenges of now President Yar'Adua came to the fore. What was initially the night became subject of national conversations as the president was missing key public functions. In 2009, Yar'Adua had to go to Saudi Arabia for weeks, attending to his health. And by late same 2009, it was obvious that the president was very sick. Early November 2010, Yar'Adua left for Saudi Arabia for another medical checkup, and the 2 weeks announced by Sanders became a month, and Nigerians were asking to know the state of the health of their president, but nothing was forthcoming. What many were hearing was the president was now playing squash, he was now exercising, he was now running around, but he didn't come home. Delegations upon delegations that went to Saudi Arabia to verify things came back empty-handed, as they were not allowed to see the president. Eventually, with rumors of some cabal, also the country was still gaining a disturbing ground, and even Nigerians being told that the president could govern from many parts of the world, the then Senate, led by a retired soldier turned politician, David Mark, invoked what was called the doctrine of necessity, which made the Vice President Jonathan the acting president with all the powers that go with the office. This was in February 2010. Before this, Jonathan himself had been in the dark as to what was happening to his boss, as though around the president ensured that no one had access to him, including Jonathan, the vice president. On May 5, 2010, the night fell for President Musa Yar'Adua. After almost a 2-year battle to stay alive and healthy, he received the final home call and passed on. Jonathan was sworn in as the new president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
I, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, do solemnly swear and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Shortly after he was sworn in, Jonathan made some moves which included sacking the then National Security Advisor, Sarki Mokhtar. He also announced move to consolidate power by removing ministers and key government functionaries who aided the unusual and dangerous secrecy that accompanied the former president's last 3 months on earth. Less than a year in office, the ticket of the ruling PDP for the 2011 general elections was up for the grabs. This was the presidential ticket. But some powerful forces within the party, especially from other members of the party, were bent on denying him the ticket. They wanted power to go back to the north so that a northerner could complete the term of the late Yar'Adua. After a lot of intrigues and not trading, which allegedly included Jonathan agreeing to do only one term, he won the ticket and also the election itself, but he was not going to join his reign. In August 2011, the United Nations building in Abuja was bombed by suspected Boko Haram insurgents. Earlier that same year, on 16 June 2011, 11 to be precise, just 18 days after his inauguration. The nation's police headquarters was bombed, also by suspected suicide bombers.
Carnage strikes the heart of Nigeria's security infrastructure, National Police headquarters in the capital Abuja.
These two incidents were to shape the Jonathan presidency, as many believe that his presidency was being deliberately undermined by those who never wanted him in the first place. This school of thought was given more credence as Boko Haram insurgents stepped up the attacks in the nation's northeastern states of Borno and Yobe. On January 1, 2012, President Jonathan announced complete removal of fuel subsidy, and this was followed by massive nationwide protests, the type never seen since the SAP protests of 1989. Civil society groups, organized labor, opposition politicians, and those naturally opposed to the president converged in Ojota in Lagos for over a week until the president was forced to back down and reverse himself. The Jonathan presidency never recovered from this humbling. Later that year, opposition political groups and political players started consulting and meeting, and what came out was the registration of the umbrella group, the All Progressives Congress, APC, which legacy parties included the Action Congress of Nigeria, the All Nigerian People's Party, and as well as some splinter groups of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, ABGA. On December 2nd, 2013, the then governor of Central Bank, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, who was to later become the Emir of Kano, wrote a letter to the president alleging that over $20 billion could not be accounted for by the national oil giant, NNPC. The letter was deliberately leaked, and this was taken by opposition politicians who were gaining support every day to further pillory the now embattled president. When this was going on, news broke in April 2014 that 210 girls of a secondary school in Chibok, Borno State, had been abducted by suspected Boko Haram insurgents while writing the SSCE. Again, the opposition latched on this with the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls. This campaign was sustained by a ruthless opposition, backed by partisan international community and local media that had by now taken sides. Jonathan had become a man so much under prayer, and even in the north, he could barely campaign. His campaign train was attacked in Bauchi, while his campaign vans were being attacked, vandalized, and burned. No sitting president in Nigerian history had been subjected to this kind of humiliation. A massive propaganda was lodged against him, and most of these were outright lies. The major fulcrums of this demarketing campaign was corruption. His regime, rightly or wrongly, was labeled as the most corrupt in the history of the country. Many swallowed this, and that was it. Despite the fact that the election was moved from February 14, 2015 to March 28, 2015, it was obvious that he had been mortally wounded politically. Even his party members worked against him in the north. Jonathan lost, but he displayed an uncommon sportsmanship and statesmanship as he called his opponent, Muhammadu Buhari, to congratulate him even before the final announcement was made. He retired to his native Otoke in Bayelsa State and became an international citizen. Fast forward to 2020, and the rumor mill is agog again. Same forces that sent him out of Aso Rock are gathering to bring back Goodluck Ebele Jonathan again. Should he oblige them? What are their motives? Can it be true that he is being brought back to protect some powerful forces post-Buhari era? Has Jonathan learned anything? Can he even win? The election is just 2 years and a few months away. HQTV asks, should and will Jonathan return?